Hi Scorpio, Happy New Year and welcome to your monthly reading for January 2024. Thank you as usual to everyone who watches, likes, shares, comments on the videos and subscribes to the channel. If you want a personal reading, see the info in the description box. These are the decks, the oracle decks I'm going to be using for today's reading. We're going to start off with a message from the Goddesses, Gods and Guardians oracle deck, and that will be like your main theme. And the messages are for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. So let's get the oracle message out first of all for you. So Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising for January 2024. What do you guys need to know? What's your main message, main theme? Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. Okay. You've got one message. So your message is Amaterasu, no more hiding. I feel like she comes out a lot in this deck, to be honest. I don't think she's come out for you before, but yeah, she does have a tendency to come out quite often. So I'm going to get your tarot cards first of all, and then I will look up that message in the book for you. I feel like I need to see what's on the bottom of the deck, actually. I bloody knew it. Butterfly, Maiden, Beautiful Change. While I was doing your reading, like preparing in advance, so you know, like where you get the cards ready, do the I do Palo Santo before I start the reading. I kept on thinking about, I knew I was going to do your origin. I kept on thinking about transformation. What are you transforming out of? And this image, butterfly specifically, what on my mind, and I had this card in my head. So yeah, could be a transformation there along with this, but we'll see what comes out. So again, Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. First of all, a card for to go with your main theme. Three of Pentacles. Your energy specifically. That is that's not a bad energy to have, and it's like the Nine of Pentacles is the minor arcana version of the Queen of Pentacles as well. It's about stability, abundance potentially as well, nurturing. But I suppose with the Queen of Pentacles, she nurtures herself and others. Nine of Pentacles is more like self-nurturing, isn't it? But that's a nice balance to have. So any external or surrounding energies, the world. Again, that's a decent card to get, isn't it? Past energies. We've got the Magician. This actually looks, well, let's see what else comes out. Ace of Cups, I was going to say it looks very positive so far, but let's see. I mean, obviously, if the readings aren't the most positive, there are reasons for that. And, you know, it's about how do you come out of that energy and, you know, go into one that's more beneficial for you? How do you learn from the negative stuff? But this looks really good. Potential future energy. Queen of Wands, that's brilliant. And she is like the epitome of no hiding, isn't she? The Queen of Wands. She's just, as we often say, she shines her light. She puts herself out there. She's full of passion, inspiration, etc. And she can be inspiring to others as well. And let's get one more. So this is your advice now, if it wants to come out. You've got the Star. Wow. Yeah, it looks good, to be honest, Scorpio. It does look good. So whoever this resonates with, great. So let's get on with the message from the oracle deck first of all. So Amaterasu. It says, come out of the cave, shine brilliantly, which is, as I said, well, it's the Queen of Wands and the Star and the Magician to a certain degree as well, but definitely Queen of Wands, the Star energy that is. So Amaterasu is a supreme Japanese Shinto sun goddess and daughter of the creator god sorry, I'm going to butcher this, so apologies if I do. Izanagi or Izanagi. Her name means great shining heaven. Japanese emperors are said to be descended from Amaterasu, and she is the highest deity in Japan. Shinto legend relates how Amaterasu retreated into a cave when her brother Susanoo began neglecting his divine role and creating mayhem. Excuse me. So important was Amaterasu's light that her disappearance plunged heaven and earth into disastrous darkness. Desperate for her to emerge, the deities created rituals to entice her out, including a mirror placed at the mouth of the cave. Amaterasu saw her shining light in the reflection and never hid herself away again. I was going to say this before, Scorpio, but I feel very hot, like warm doing this reading. Like it's not a particularly warm day in the UK. I mean, it's not freezing, but it's not that warm. But since I've started doing this reading, I feel really warm. So I don't know if that's some sort of nod to you and your passion, fire, whatever, but there is something distinctive about that sense of heat and warmness that, I don't know, it feels like it has some relevance in the reading because it's weird. There's no heating on in the room at all. And as I said, it's not a particularly warm day here. So I don't know what that's about. And I'm not going through the change just yet, so I don't think it's that. Hopefully. So yeah, she saw her shining light in the reflection and never hid herself away again. It says you're an introspective soul with a deep and multi-layered inner life. You need time to process and reflect on life's events. Private space is vital for your well-being. So you might have been in hermit mode, and it could be that this is where you come out. We'll see if the hermit shows up. It can feel safe and familiar to keep yourself closeted away, but Amaterasu is asking you to share more of your beautiful light and wisdom. You have a special energy that needs to be seen, so don't hide it. What do you fear might happen if you reveal your true spirit? Does it feel as if your energy may be somehow damaged or destroyed if it's brought out into the open? Or perhaps that you'll be hurt, judged, or misunderstood? Even if this has happened before, Amaterasu wants to restore your trust. She understands your fears about coming out of the dark cave and offers you her hand. Come out, shining one, she says. Remove your cloak so we can receive your inner light. You can be an important guide for others. It's safe and trustworthy out here, and you'll be met with love, respect, and gratitude for sharing what's inside your heart. Additional meanings say, share your feelings openly with someone. You'll soon gain wider or public recognition for your work. Don't censor yourself to win others' approval. And the invocation says, I reveal what's in my heart, and it's received with love. Okay, so again, Queen of Wands energy. I don't know if this whole heat thing, it's like, you know where they say, like, I don't know if I'm going to butcher this, but like someone's feeling the heat, like it's the pressure or something to do something, isn't it? Not necessarily in a bad way, but it's like you're feeling the heat where you know you've got to step up and do something or change something or take some kind of action. I don't know if there's that in there as well. But this may be, it could be about you going into the world. I mean, we do have the world. Again, the Queen of Wands, she shares her light with others, doesn't she? But it could be about you finding your own light again, reigniting your own fire, if you want to put it that way. And I think there is a card about that in here as well, actually. Probably won't find it right now, but yeah, there is a card like that in here. But yeah, I'm getting this thing possibly about finding your own light again. Three of Pentacles is a main energy. It is a card of collaboration, so that would be that would be about sharing with others, wouldn't it? Or at least collaborating with others, sharing your talents, like if it's some sort of group, whether it is at work, in your community, in your family even, in your group of friends. It's sort of showing what you're made of, what your talents are, what your gifts are, even if it's just speaking up and showing your personality. It's that kind of energy. So let's see what that Three of Pentacles, I'm using the wrong deck here to clarify. So Three of Pentacles, first of all, let's clarify that. It's, there's a word for it and I can't think, what is that bloody word? Not exhibiting your talents, showcasing your talents, that's it. So as we said, with the Three of Pentacles, it is a card of collaboration. Everyone plays a role in bringing something together, but it's like an opportunity for you to showcase your talents, whatever you consider that to be. As I said, it could be a literal talent. It could just be speaking up or sharing who you are, your personality. So why is that Three of Pentacles there, please? I would say that World card, that could be the fire, you know. And so, you know, there's a saying as well, and I'm probably going to butcher this one too, about a fire, lighting a fire up under your arse as well. So something along those lines. It's just anything that makes you feel inspired or pushed to sort of come out of your shell and do something. So that's what the external energy could be, or it could be a literal opportunity that you're being presented with, or that's apparent for you to showcase yourself, your talents, whatever. So 3 of Pentacles, first of all. I would say with the 9 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, you're probably feeling quite stable at this point in time. Whether you've been through a period of instability and you're now feeling more stable, or it's just been a long process, or you felt that way for a while, it does look like an energy of stability at present for you. But anyway, 3 of Pentacles. Because the 9 of Pentacles can be where you've built yourself up, can't it? So I've got the Wheel of Fortune. Excuse me, sorry if I keep clearing my throat. I should really bring a drink in here because I've still got a bit of a residual dodgy throat from a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, we are going to take this. The World. Sorry about that. The World. Wheel of Fortune, the World, 8 of Cups. Anything else? Okay. So we've got the 2 of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Lovers. So I am going to be nosy. I kind of know where I am, but I am going to just be a little bit nosy and look at that Lovers and probably the 2 of Cups as well. Is there a possible... I mean, I wasn't particularly getting strong relationship vibes, but for someone it could be. I feel like if, well, at this point in time, before I kind of get nosy into the 2 of Cups and the Lovers, if there is a relationship, romantic relationship element of things here, it's more along the lines of someone dating, that no more hiding. It's like putting yourself back out there. Like, say if someone's gotten divorced or something, or they've finished the process of a divorce or a breakup, and they are now feeling a lot more stable. You've got yourself together. You sort of feel good, and you know you've done everything you needed to do for yourself and your life, and you just feel like you're in a good place. And it's like putting yourself back out there, I don't want to sound the market, that sounds awful, but you know, putting yourself back out there, making yourself available to see what's out there, who's good for you, who's worth your time, who's you're not compatible with, who you can collaborate with, who you are compatible with, those kind of things, right? So because that is the Page of Cups to me speaks a bit of vulnerability. It's like here, I'd say that Wheel of Fortune is, that's where you know that something needs to change, and you definitely want that change. You're definitely ready to go into a new cycle, because the Wheel of Fortune like that is kind of more of a work in progress, as I often say. So it's like the wheel is turning, or it's ready to turn. I'm not getting any indication that there's any resistance at all. It's that I'd say you're ready. You really feels like you're ready here. You know what you don't want. You may have had to leave something behind. I might get a bit nosy and look at that one as well. You know what's not good for you, what's not beneficial for you. And I would say with the 2 of Cups, Page of Cups and the Lovers, it's like you know how you want to feel. You want to feel connected. You want to feel understood. You know, you want to be able to open up and be vulnerable, potentially, although that may sound like a contradiction for Scorpio, because often, you know, going by astrology, one of the energies of Scorpio is can be sort of being more reserved and observant, to sort of take everything in and assess and analyze before you sort of throw yourself in. But yeah, let's be nosy. Look at the 2 of Cups. So we have the Devil and we have the 8 of Pentacles. And that feels, it's a sense for me with that 2 of Cups. It's having that sense, again, it's just that sense of knowing what you want, what you will and won't put up with, because the Devil, that's what you wouldn't put up with. It's like what works for you. With the 8 of Pentacles, what's worth it? Let's see if I can grab this without ripping everything apart. You've got the Chariot, and we sometimes speak of the Chariot. It is about movement, but it's also like getting heart and mind in alignment with each other to move forward. So again, going back to the example, if you were dating, you would have learned, hopefully you would have learned from those past experiences and learned how to balance out your heart and mind in assessment of what works for you in terms of a new partner. If it's not romantic, it could literally be work, because you've got the Eight of Pentacles there and the Three of Pentacles. You may be deciding on a new career path, or what direction you want your career to go in, like if you want to progress or you want to change the direction a little bit or change something up slightly. That could be relevant here as well. It could just be in life in general, like your way of living, your lifestyle. You might have a better sense in your mind of what works for you, because as I've said before, the Two of Cups in other readings, it's reciprocation, isn't it? It's understanding, it's sharing your cup. What you put out, you give back. I know we often look at it as more of the relationship aspect, which yes, there is that there. Probably that's like one of the main meanings, but it is also what you put out into the world and what you get back from it. You want some kind of reciprocity and balance, and to feel fulfilled, or I don't know if the right word is fulfilled, but you want to feel like it's worth putting your energy and your emotions out, and that whatever you get back from that, it's equal value or fulfillment, if that makes sense. So let's look at, I said I was going to look at the Lovers as well. And the Lovers, for me, it feels like not settling. I mean, the Eight, yeah, 100% not settling, Justice and the Star. The Eight of Cups is a card of not settling as well. But the Lovers, I mean, that's where whatever you do or pursue now, again, whether it is a relationship, career related, just life in general, you want to feel a genuine connection with it. You want it to feel like it's in alignment with you, like it's the best choice that you could have made, not like you settled or it was default. You want it to feel like it was right for you. We've got Justice there. That is where things are fair and go in your favor. And the Star, it's your wishes, it's your hopes, it's your dreams, isn't it? It's what inspires you. So it's wanting the best for yourself, wanting what's right for you. Right, so I'll leave that there. So Three of Pentacles overall. As I say, it's showcasing who you are and sort of collaborating and put yourself back out there, but in the right place, the place where you get back what you put in. So it's worth your time, energy and effort, and it might be like-minded people. That can be one aspect of it, or a situation that's just generally in alignment with you. It can also be about getting your mind, body and soul in alignment as well. So that you feel more whole, or whatever you're doing feels more whole and complete and isn't lacking anything. Right, so as I said, your energy, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, it just looks like you're just in a really good place, to be honest. Like you're just very stable, secure, financially, probably, although the emotions aren't there, probably emotional. Well, actually, there are emotions there with the Ace of Cups, emotionally as well. For some, again, with the relationship thing, there could be somebody offering, they want to kind of collaborate with you or get together with you, whether it is romantic or that somebody wants to work with you or do a project with you as well. And maybe they're trying to bring you out of your shell. Maybe they see that you're in a very stable place and they're trying to encourage you to come out of your shell and showcase your talents. That's another way of looking at it too. So Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Nothing. I thought something flipped then. So Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, King of Swords we have here. See this. Okay, I mean, I know it's your energy we're clarifying here. So I guess first and foremost, with the King of Swords, it would first and foremost be an energy of, you know who you are, you know what you want. But I don't know, it almost feels like it could, even though it's yours, your energy, it could be this is how someone else sees you. This could represent someone else who sees you. And then the King of Swords would be an authority figure, as I've said a million times. But this time, a positive authority figure, not somebody who's trying to manipulate you or bring you down in any way. Someone that sees your potential and your value and your worth and wants to encourage you and support you and even guide you into being the best that you can. That sounds really bloody corny, but that's what came to mind. Right, so yep, right, we've got the Two of Swords there. We have the Page of Wands. I'll clarify that Two of Swords. I think I know what that means. It's not necessarily bad. It feels like that natural, I mean, it could be about choosing a direction or a path or the way you want to do something, but it can be that little bit of doubt, where you've, so actually it could be a little bit of a too good to be true, and you get to, sometimes when people get to a point where they've had a rough time and then they get really stable and they're like, yeah, when's the other shoe going to drop? This feels too good to be true. So if there's like a new path opening up to you or a new opportunity, that can be where you're like, I don't know, this feels too good to be true. I'm not sure about that. As I say, the energies are so positive. It feels like whatever you're stepping into that's new, it feels good, to be honest. But yeah, as I say, there could be a bit of reluctance, and especially if there's a little, it's not so much unknown. There's not a big sense of things be the unknown here, like the moon isn't here yet, apart from with the Eight of Cups that showed up somewhere, that was in here, I think. But the Page of Wands, it's that beginner mindset. It's kind of a fresh journey, a fresh path. So there is an element of learning as you go, isn't there? And that can make us a little bit reluctant at times as well. Because if you've gotten to this point of stability, you're definitely not going to want anything to mess that up, are you? So let's see what else comes out. Anything else for the Queen of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles? The Death card and Queen of Pentacles. So it might be that there's a massive, I mean, I did mention transformation quite a few times at the beginning, didn't I? It could be that there's a massive change required, and that could be where that whole, maybe it's too good to be true, little bit of reluctance or doubt comes in. But let's look at that Two of Swords, and I think I'll look at the Death card. I mean, we've got the Queen of Pentacles again. I mean, you've got them bookending, haven't you? As I said, you've got the King of Swords. If it is your energy, you know who you are, you know what you want, even if it's, I mean, sometimes we say we know what we want, and it's not that you literally know all of the exact details of what you want, but you kind of know the general path that you're going in, or the feeling that you want, or the, you have a good idea of the direction that you want to go in, even if you don't have all of the answers. You got the Queen of Pentacles at the end again. So again, it's that she's there twice. It's a very strong energy of being very stable and secure and being capable. I mean, you've got the Queen of Pentacles after the Death card. Could it be that however you transform, you become even more stable somehow? Possibly, but there's, if nothing else, there's definitely capability there. And with the Page of Wands there, it's curiosity, isn't it, as well? So let's look at the Two of Swords. I'd say there's a big sense of knowing who you are with this, because you've got that King of Swords there. The Page of Wands can be connected to identity, and the Queen of Pentacles self-worth. So it's a real sense of knowing who you are. It's just a case of showing that now to the to whoever needs to see it. So Two of Swords. So you have this, yeah, it's the little bit of doubt, isn't it? You've got the Seven of Pentacles, the Is It Worth It card. Is it worth my time, energy, and effort? Queen of Cups. I nearly said Pentacles again then. So many Queen of Pentacles on here. Six of Pentacles, yeah. I think it's, again, as I said, I mean, the Six of Pentacles, that is where you give, but there's the question, is it worth it? You might be in two minds. You might have a feeling, again, you know what you want, but you also have a feeling for what you want and how you want to express. Or what you want to do, but there's a bit of two minds, and the one truth is the Seven of Pentacles, which is weird because it should in theory be the Six of Pentacles first, because sometimes the way the cards are, the Six of Pentacles is where you give, but then the Seven of Pentacles can be assessing the progress you've made so far. As I say here, it feels more like doubt. It feels more like doubt, but actually on the other hand, it could be assessing what you've achieved so far and how you can now give and express, and where you can put your time and energy now. But there's a feeling for it as well. There's a feeling involved there. And there's something about expression there as well. Let's look at that Death card. Right, so we've got the Ten of Swords. This could just be an indication that you've transformed, to be honest, actually thinking about it now. I mean, there could be a future transformation. I mean, you've got the world there, but this is kind of making me think this is where, I mean, I said you've got to a point of stability, and it may be that you've come into a sense of knowing who you are, the King of Swords. Although we don't often look at the King of Swords as someone who's learned something. Well, he's gone through all the stages of the pages, hasn't he? He's gone from Page of Swords to Knight of Swords to Queen of Swords to King of Swords. So he's mastered knowing who he is and what he wants. So this could be an indication that it's showing the progress or process of your transformation. I mean, the Two of Swords, if it's not relating to the present, that could be where in the past you've had doubts, and as I say, now you've gained a stronger sense of stability. So let's get one more for that Death card. That Death card feels a lot more like past energy, I'll be honest with you. With the Ten of Swords, Four of Cups, I mean, the Ten of Swords is where things have ended, you've had painful endings with things. Four of Cups, it's the disappointments. There can be rejection involved there, whether it's you've had to reject things or leave things behind. The times where you've not known what to do. You've got the Nine of Wands there, that's the struggles, where you've been through struggles but you're kind of still standing. That's probably how you've gotten to this point. You've had to explore parts of yourself and your identity. And by giving these different meanings, I'm not switching them and saying the previous ones that I said are irrelevant. Nope, they're all relevant. It's just looking at things in different perspectives, and it will be different. It will be relevant to different people or resonate to different people in different ways. So it's all relevant. Everything I say, I'm not backtracking and saying, oh, actually no, that one's irrelevant. Now it's this one. It's just, yeah, it's all relevant, or one part's relevant to someone, another part's relevant to someone else. So I guess for some, this is the journey of how you got to this point of stability. For others, it's being ready for or could be for both actually, it's ready for the new path, and the process, you sort of inner process of getting to that point. So let's move these and let's look at that World card, because that World card is the external opportunity. And I will say, with the World being there for me, sometimes that can be about travel. So yes, there is the chance that somebody could be moving to a new city, new country, across the other side of the world. That's a possibility. I don't know why I'm getting this weird thought, and I've never actually watched the show. Is it Nashville with Hayden Panettiere? I don't know if I'm saying her name right. And I think she was some sort of country singer and travelled. I've never watched it, so I don't even know. Travelled across America singing or something, and that's coming to mind with the World there. There's something about, I don't know if somebody has something with singing here. I feel like that's coming to mind about singing. I don't know if that's relevant to anyone, but that comes to mind. I mean, that would be a talent that you could showcase, wouldn't it? Singing, and there would be other people involved if that's a career path that you wanted to pursue. And then when we get the Star sometimes and stuff like, because for me the Queen of Wands would be one of the court cards that she would be the performer, wouldn't she? She would be the actress, the singer, etc. And sometimes when you get the Star, Queen of Wands, and other sort of energies, it feels like it could potentially be someone being the star, being a star. Does it mean you're going to go to Hollywood? Not necessarily, but even if it's like community theatre or something like that, or singing in clubs, it could start there and progress, or it all depends on what your dreams are. But it's just that comes to mind as an example. It doesn't literally necessarily mean someone's going to Hollywood or whatever, but I mean, the World is about expansion, isn't it? I mean, that is a huge, vast, it's a big change, a big cycle's finished, a big new one starting. It's all about perspective, whatever the perspective is in your own life of what you see as big. For some people, singing in a nightclub could be the biggest thing that they could do. For others, it could literally be getting a record deal. So, and now I'm getting a weird thought about a band with the Three of Pentacles. So, yeah, right, the World. So why is the World here as the external or surrounding energy? There could be a confidence thing with the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles here, about you've built your confidence. That comes to mind. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles now. Anything else? I wasn't going to, that feels like it needs to be up, by the way. I wasn't going to take that, but that was so dramatic the way it fell on top of the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, there's the opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. That's abundance, isn't it? And it's whatever abundance means to you. As I've said before, for some, yes, abundance can literally be an opportunity for financial abundance. For some, the abundance could be just having the opportunity to perform, even if you're not making a lot of money out of it. Relationships, again, if we're going back to that whole dating thing, it could be someone putting themselves back out there dating, and maybe in the long term there is an opportunity for long-term family stability. That's a couple of ways that could work. And sometimes it's just about the stability in terms of who you are and just being yourself and putting yourself out there just as yourself. So one more after that Queen of Cups. Strangely, that Five of Swords feels like determination, but I am going to clarify that on its own. I think I'm going to do the Ace of Pentacles as well. The Knight of Pentacles, it's where you would need to decide if you want to commit to this. And the commitment side of it is there's a few ways of looking at it. It can be literally committing to an opportunity or a path. Like, say if you wanted to date again, to start dating again, it's not about committing to the first person that offers you a date or whatever, or that you're attracted to. It's committed to, right, I may have been through whatever experiences in the past. I've learned from that. I know who I am now. I know my self-worth, and committing to being that version of yourself, and continuing to grow and continuing to expand your self-worth and confidence as you put yourself out into the dating world. You know, maybe being committed to being yourself as you go out dating. That's one example. So what was I going to look at? Ace of Pentacles. I just want to be nosy and see if it kind of gives a hint of the specific opportunity. Okay. Yeah, I have a few thoughts on the opportunity, but let's get one more for that. That is really funny that I was thinking that and then that came out. Right, so there's a few things that come to mind, but it, you know, may or may not resonate. So with the Ace of Wands, in terms of I mean, it's definitely an opportunity for a new chapter, for a start. The Ace of Wands, as you know, it can be spirituality. So there could be something that you are sharing in terms of your spirituality. You could becoming some sort of spiritual guide, teacher, leader, that sort of thing. I mean, you've got giving, generosity with the Six of Pentacles, and you've got the Five of Pentacles. So it's like kind of giving to people who are potentially struggling, or lacking, or, you know, something where they need assistance, because Six of Pentacles can be assistance and kind of helping them to get back on their feet with the Nine of Pentacles. So spiritually, it could be an opportunity for you to explore your spiritual path even more. And then with that Five of Pentacles being there, I mean, I'd say the Six of Pentacles could be, again, it's kind of like sharing your journey, sharing your story with others, and that helps you on your spiritual path. Not necessarily to be a teacher, but just to sort of, you know, learn from each other. The Five of Pentacles would be the old stories, and then, as I say, that Nine of Pentacles, that's kind of further building up on your stability and self-worth and that sort of thing. There can be a creative element with the Wands as well. Wands can be creative too. So again, I spoke of actresses, singers, that could be a thing. I don't know why I'm getting something sexual. Okay, because of the dating stuff. Maybe there's something sexual here, with the Ace of Wands. In terms of relationships that can be learned here. You could be learning the value in terms of relationships. Yes, there could be a sexual side there, but in terms of give and take, and having your own sense of self in relationships, again, the Five of Pentacles feels like that could be the old stories. Yep, as I said, creativity can be singing, acting, art, that kind of thing. There could be someone doing charity work here. And then, as I said, because it's the world, is it I can't even say this word, philanthropy, or you know, like when people go and volunteer abroad in other countries, or they teach English or whatever language, or any subject in another country. Something like that could come into play here as well. So those are like the main things that come to mind, the main opportunity, well, some of the opportunities that come to mind here. What else do I want to look at? Five of Swords. As I think I said, that feels more like determination at present. It's like standing by and trusting and honouring how you feel no matter what challenges come up with this potential opportunity. So Five of Swords. Somebody might be learning how to look after their finances better. I know that's a weird one. But yeah, there's something here with that Nine of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Somebody could really be learning how to balance their finances better or increase their finances or something. Maybe you could be an entrepreneur, because I think the wands can be connected to that kind of entrepreneurial spirit type energy as well. So yeah. Yep, the Five of Swords. It's standing up for what you feel and what you believe in, no matter what challenges come along. Because the Hanged Man can be about, it's being able to look at all the perspectives, but it can be about your beliefs as well. And as we know, Seven of Wands, it's standing up for something, isn't it? So, right. So the world, as I say, it feels like an opportunity for a new beginning, a new chapter, a new cycle in your life. And yeah, it's, are you willing? Do you want to commit to that? Are you willing to commit to it? It's an opportunity. The opportunity's there. But as I say, you would need to sort of stand by how you feel and what you want throughout the process to make it truly abundant for you, whatever abundance means to you. So let's move on to past energy. So you've got the Magician there. I mean, that's your power. That feels like your power. That's where you've achieved whatever's got you to this point of stability. It's you've done that. You've done it, whether it is that you went through bad experiences and you've kind of learned from it and learned to manage it. I'm getting distracted because I'm just looking on the floor. I can see a piece of card on the floor and it says, I don't even know what it's from. It says, say something nice to make someone's day, to make someone smile. That's really weird. Okay. I don't know if that's a relevant message for anyone, but it's just on the floor and it's like, obviously it's fallen off something because I don't sort of leave stuff lying around on the floor like that. But anyway. Right, so Magician, that's as I say, that's your power, whether it's that you've taken your power back or it's just been your whole life process of honing your skills and creating whatever it is you wanted to create. So Magician. Again, I feel like these need to be up. So you've got the Four of Wands. You've built your foundation. You've built some sort of stability. I would say you have your hopes and dreams. It can be that you've healed, where you've healed from certain situations, but it can be just the hopes and dreams that you've had, and that kind of keeps you going as well, doesn't it? The star's there twice, where you have your hopes and dreams, and that keeps you building, keeps you learning, keeps you developing, having something to look forward to. I think I will take these actually. So we've got more than I thought we had. I feel like the Five of Pentacles goes there. Ace of Cups, Nine of Swords, and the Three of Cups. Yeah. So I feel like the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, you may still get a bit of anxiety. I mean, for some, maybe you do have actual anxiety disorder and it's a constant battle, but it could just be little bits of anxiety that come up whenever you have to face certain things. But I feel like probably the Five of Pentacles more so is what you've had to overcome. Someone may literally have had to have overcome poverty, and that could be where I said about managing your finances and abundance, financial abundance better. So that could be relevant for someone. Might be something here for someone about building not just stability within yourself or in your life, but in your home as well. As I said, you've got your wishes, hopes, desires there, but I did say healing. And for me, the Star and the Ace of Cups with the Five of Pentacles in between, for some, that would be healing, where you've kind of, whatever experiences you've been through, if you've been rejected, etc., you've gained that sense of self-love and self-worth. For others, it could be the Ace of Cups can represent fulfillment, because again, as I said, the Star, hopes, dreams, wishes, that's fulfillment. You've got the little bit of anxiety there that comes in. Let's just have a look at that and see what that's about. could be to do with connect. It could be related to others actually, because you've got the Three of Cups there, and that is about support. Like sometimes it can be where you're not sure if you've got support or the right support, if you can trust people, that sort of thing. Let's look at that Nine of Swords, please. Ooh, yeah, very much about support actually, because the Magician, he kind of works alone. Well, not kind of, he works alone, doesn't he? And the Nine of Pentacles can very much be a card of independence. So that may be where you've kind of been worried about having to do things on your own, or worried if you can do it on your own, to be honest. Or there can be something about capability and confidence here as well. Let me just get something for that Three of Cups to be a little bit nosy. The first thought I'm thinking with that Three of Cups now is about standing. It is support. There is the element of support, but something about standing out from the crowd as well, strangely. Let's get one more for that. Connecting with others and standing out from the crowd too. So the Four of Cups there, you might have had disappointments in terms of support in the past actually. With the Four of Swords there, yeah, you might have had to recover from issues in terms of connections, relationships, whether it's romantic, with anyone that you feel that where it should have been supportive, whether it is through friends, family members, community. You may have had to recover from that. And again, there's a thing about independence here that keeps coming up, because the King of Pentacles, I mean, as I've said previously, it's not like he could do every single thing in his life by himself. He'd still, as much as he can be independent, he still needs some degree of help to get his life in order. But there looks like a bit of disappointment here with that, where maybe you haven't had the help. The King of Pentacles could represent you, where you've had to recover from any disappointments and kind of maybe find new allies, new people who support you if the previous people let you down. The King of Pentacles could represent someone who should have been supportive towards you. Father's the first thing that's come into mind, if I'm being honest with you, with that King of Pentacles. You may have had a father that wasn't very supportive. Could be someone else, but father is sticking there as well. Okay, yeah, we'll leave that there. Let's get onto the current energy, which is, that's that Ace of Cups. It's where, for me, again, as I say, so yes, self-love, self-care, you've probably mastered that at this point, but there's the whole fulfillment aspect as well. You probably have, well, you would have your cup of whatever, emotion, energy, whatever that you want to share, but it's wanting to be fulfilled within that as well. What am I doing with these cards? Right, I'm putting them on top of the Magician there. So let's look at the Ace of Cups and see what comes up for that. Nope, not that. So Ace of Cups. Temperance, Five of Wands. Eight of Wands. I feel like it's about having what it takes. Like, as I said, because you've built up that sense of stability and self-worth and everything, it's like, you know what you have to offer now. The temperance is there. It kind of suggests that you may not have gotten exactly what you want just yet. Like, you've got the stability, but there might be some other element of another level of emotional fulfillment that you're seeking that you haven't quite gotten yet. There could be something about timing here as well, about whether it is the right time or not, or, as I said, it's that you haven't quite gotten gotten what you want just yet. But this is where you're able to face challenges. You're willing to overcome the challenges, and you have what it takes as well. When you know who you are and where you're coming from, you can take the challenges on. You've got the Eight of Wands, as I often say, that's about progression, can be about progression. Empress, you've got that abundance again, that nurturing again, the self-care, self-love stuff, but abundance too, the progression. It's like another level. You've got, strangely, I often see, so the progression for me, I mean, if we're just talking in terms of these individually, you've got the Nine of Pentacles, then that the next level up to that is the Queen of Pentacles. The next level up to that is the Empress. So it's that progression, isn't it? And it's not about whether you're a man or a woman with this. It's the energy. We're speaking of the energy. But it's that level up, I guess, is how you might want to put it. It's leveling up. And then you have Ten of Cups. Should it be? I feel like it's meant to be in reverse, because it doesn't necessarily mean that you're unhappy at all, but there just might be one particular dream or something that you have in life, or a particular thing that you want to achieve. Again, whether it is to do with a relationship, ideally you'd like a relationship, and kind of like the closest you can get to happily ever after, like you've got everything else but you'd like that. Or whether it is in terms of career, that you want to progress in your career, and it's like, yeah, I want to reach higher heights with that. It's that kind of energy. It's like there's more out there for you. If you've achieved what you've achieved, but if you're willing to put yourself out there and show who you are and showcase who you are, your skills, talents, etc., there's a greater level of abundance and fulfillment out there for you. Right, so I'm going to leave that there. I don't feel like I need to clarify anything else on that. Right, Queen of Wands, future energy. That is showcasing yourself, isn't it? So in the future, if you choose to do so, as I keep saying, the future energy is not set in stone, and it's all based on what we choose to do. I mean, obviously there are impacts, external things that come in and have an impact as well, but we choose how we respond to that. So Queen of Wands, as I said, it feels like it's where you kind of put yourself out there. King of Wands, I love that. I mean, even the King of Wands is kind of the next level. Queen of Wands is where you know what you want and you put yourself out there, but the King of Wands is very proactive as well. So it's not just standing there and having everyone look at you, it's actually doing something as well. That's like probably more a metaphor than literal, but imagine going on stage as a singer and just standing there and saying, right, I've put myself out there now, they're all looking at me, but you're not actually singing, you're just standing there holding a mic. You actually have to sing as well. So it's not just being present, it's being active too. So we've got the Six of Swords. I might have to look at that on its own. We have the Three of Wands, the Hermit. You can't go back. That's the feeling I'm getting from the Six of Swords. You can't go back. You can only go forward now. So let me get one more after that Hermit. I might clarify the Hermit as well, actually. Nine of Cups. Yeah, let's clarify the Hermit. Yeah, I mean, the Hermit, Four of Pentacles, King of Cups, those are reserved energies, and it's almost like it's saying that there might be something within you or some sort of part of you that is like, as I said, remember at the beginning I talked about having like a fire up your arse or something. When you feel that, it's like you can't go back to the old way, the old life. I mean, you could, but it's going to be very, very, very uncomfortable for you. That's what that Six of Swords feels like. It's like if you have dreams, if you have wishes, aspirations. Three of Wands again is like traveling. It can represent intentions, manifestation as well. It's like if you can't unknow your potential, like if you realize that you have a particular dream or a path that you want to follow and you really feel strongly about it, you can't unknow that. It will stick with you, and you'll feel the pressure. It will be very uncomfortable. If you try to go back, try to go backwards and hide back in your cave, as I said, you can do that, but it will probably feel uncomfortable. And as I say, I'm not talking about it for everyone. It doesn't have to be for everyone about literally putting yourself out there in front of thousands of people. You know, you hopefully will know what no more hiding means for you, and in what way you want to put yourself out there, or how you put yourself out there, whether it is literally loads of people or just aspects of your personality. Like say if you've gained a lot of confidence, and that's what this whole thing is about for you, it's about you've gained a certain level of confidence, you can't regress back into, you know what I mean? It's like you're already aware now. Yeah, you might have days where you don't feel as confident, but you can't be the person that you were before. It won't feel right, it won't fit. Like even if you did go back, it wouldn't fit, it would feel odd. That's the energy I'm getting from that. It's like, no, you've got to, this is who you are now. You've got to be that and continue to progress and grow if you want to be satisfied. So yeah, we'll leave that there. So that's a potential future energy. So yeah, it's just saying to, as I say, be present, be active. If you try to go back, it's probably going to feel probably feel uncomfortable for you. If you try to go backwards, should I say, or regress in whatever way that is for you. So the Star, I'm getting that thought about keeping your eyes on the prize with the Star card. Keep your eyes on the prize. But let's see what comes out for it. That's a nice energy to have. The Fool, the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like it's talking about be careful of analysis paralysis, because the Fool's there. As I say, keep your eyes on the prize. It's where you're up for a new adventure, you're ready to take a risk. But then the Seven of Pentacles could step in and sort of give you that sense of doubt again, which is natural. But if you're aware of that, then you can kind of handle it when it comes in, and remind yourself to keep your eyes on the prize. Yeah, that's, you remind yourself of your dreams, of who you are and what you want, don't you? Again, reminding yourself to keep your eyes on the prize. I think that might be the title of your video. Remember to keep your eyes on the prize. Knight of Swords. I mean, that's your dreams, that's your truth, that's what you stand for, what you believe in. As I said, once you know something, you can't unknow it. You can't unknow what your dreams are and what your beliefs are. Let's just get one more card, and then I'll get you a final card of advice from the Black Moon Lilith Oracle deck. Two of Wands. Yeah, you have the choice. Let's get a couple for that, actually. Two of Wands. You have the choice. So you've got Three of Pentacles. Again, that's that whole collaboration energy. The Magician. Queen of Swords in reverse. It still feels like keeping your eyes on the prize. That Queen of Swords, it's again, it feels like a reminder that you can't regress, you can't unknow. You can't unbecome. Although some might argue you can, because I know when we talk about spiritual awakenings, that you're unlearning what you learned as you were growing up and whatever it is in your life to become who you really are. But for me here, it feels more like you can't unknow what you've learned, and where you want to go, and you do have the choice. So yeah, as I say, this reading is probably going to be called Remember to Keep Your Eyes on the Prize. So let's leave that there and get your final cards of advice. So final card of advice from the Black Moon Lilith Cosmic Alchemy Oracle deck. That's the easiest time I've been able to say it. Final bit of advice for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. This was actually a really good reading. I know that Scorpio, you can have some quite heavy readings at times, but this one feels really good. So final advice for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. Communication and truth. So you've got, that's that one there, Mercury, communication and truth. And I feel like, if I remember correctly, this message might tell you to check your Mercury sign. So as I've said before, there's a link in the description box if anyone doesn't know their birth chart and you want to check what your Mercury sign is in advance, so that when we get to the relevant part, it will ask you about your Mercury sign, because it gives guidance based on that. Right. So, communication and truth. When the Mercury Oracle card appears, it's time for you to tap into the alchemy of your thoughts, speech, and the written word. All is mind, and your words are the spells that fashion the masterpiece of your reality. This is the Hermetic universal law called mentalism, and a powerful manifestation practice to integrate during your alchemical journey. Your thoughts and words create the frequency. Sorry, I'm just getting a message about poetry as well. If anybody's a poet out there, because that Knight of Cups came up. And with the Ace of Wands as well. Poetry keeps on coming to mind with the communication. But anyway, sorry about that. Your thoughts and words create the frequency and vibration that attract people, places and things into your life. When you receive this card in an oracle reading, the opportunity to speak publicly or step into the spotlight, love that, is also coming. Be confident in your voice. Singing, okay. Be confident in your voice. That's just, me thinking singing. And don't be afraid to share your ideas with the world. Your power to manifest is increasing. Harness it by channeling your thoughts in the direction of your dreams. Mercury is the messenger, master communicator, wordsmith, and cosmic magician. The planet Mercury is associated with the Greek god Hermes, known as Thoth in Egypt. Hermes or Thoth, and I feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong, but anyway, was the scribe of the gods, the patron of writing, learning, intelligence, astrology, magic, and alchemy. In astrology, Mercury represents communication, thought, and speech. It is the closest planet to the Sun and the fastest moving planet in the solar system. It rules over the air sign of Gemini and the earth sign of Virgo. Gemini rules over the social side of Mercury, while Virgo is more analytical. Mercury in your chart determines how you can channel information from your imagination into the physical world. Look at your unique birth chart to identify where your Mercury lies to understand how your mind processes information. Your thought frequency according to your Mercury sign. So this is where it gives the guidance on your Mercury sign. So if you have Mercury in Aries, your thought frequency is through verbal leadership. Mercury in Taurus, creative wordsmith. Mercury in Gemini, verbal genius. Mercury in Cancer, emotional communicator. Mercury in Leo, expressive speaker. Mercury in Virgo, analytical wizard. Mercury in Libra, balanced discussions. Mercury in Scorpio, intuitive thought. Mercury in Sagittarius, broad perspective. Mercury in Capricorn, realistic and grounded. Mercury in Aquarius, logical intelligence. Mercury in Pisces, emotion and feeling. And the final message says, you are a magician and your words are your wand. Unlock the power of your thoughts. I love that final message. Your words are your wand, especially with the prominence of that Ace of Wands coming up. That was beautiful. So I have nothing else to add. I hope that was helpful to you, Scorpio. Feel free to like, share, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want a personal reading, see the info in the description box. Thank you for watching, and again, Happy New Year.